if somebody doesn't believe the world is changing and that change is going to sweep what they're doing away, then they don't have motivation to listen, to change, and to adapt to a new world order. Now, it used to be hard to come up with winter is coming, 5 years ago, because nothing was fucking going on. Okay. But today, every single industry and every single winter is not only coming, it's come. So you have the pandemic, you have travel restrictions, you have masking, you have vaccines, you have right-left polarization, you have logistics problems, you have high cost of gas, you have inflation, stagflation. I mean, every single industry is changing. So unless you come in and say, so pick an industry, Alex, and let's try and tackle something.
Insurance.
Great. So if you're an insurance company, what's really happening is AI has entered and insurance companies are adding artificial intelligence and machine learning to the actuarial tables, are wiping out their competitors, like not in a 5-year cycle, like in 18 months, right? Because they can offer very specific pricing to specific cohorts that are not achievable by the other companies. So any insurance company that hasn't fully implemented AI, to the point of, having 10 to 20 AI engineers internally, are going to fall back from their lead position and potentially just become the BlackBerry, MySpace of their industry. Everything is changing in insurance based on this AI. Now, there is a new world order, right? This winter is going to wipe out everybody who's not adapting, right? But if you adapt in a specific way, which I'm going to propose to you, you will be sitting where every company wants to be. And you'll, instead of having 1,000 competitors, everybody implements AI and machine learning correctly in this way, and there'll be 3 competitors to deal with. And the new world order is better, cleaner, more profitable. But if you don't start taking action now to get there, AI is going to what? And I'll give you an example of this. I believe in 1954, I have to look it up, when television came to the consumer market, it wiped out 80% of the theater business. Gone in a year.
That's like Netflix now, isn't it?
Yeah. So these wipeouts really happen. When the iPhone came, BlackBerry wiped out. So and the right way to use winter is coming is to really show in your industry the last 3 times it's happened. And it's very easy to predict exactly what is. So in media, in technology, in insurance, you can see. I'll give you a really good example. Is one thing that causes these nuclear winters in the entertainment business is that consumer preferences change. So if you think about those movies, The Hangover 1, made $1 billion, right? Hangover 2, less Hangover, but you can't do The Hangover today because people don't think that's funny.
They don't think it's funny anymore? Maybe I'm getting old.
No, they would still be doing them. You'd have Hangover 11.
Right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure.
That kind of humor, sure, it's funny. You look at the old Hangover, ha ha ha. But for real $1 billion releases, all right, that consumers no longer, something about Mary, right? Like that slapstick, very visceral humor in today's world where we had the pandemic, it's not funny. Right? Go back even further, right? You can Jews and gays and Catholics and Italians and Poles and people with tattoos and people with in the 80s, right? The movies would make fun of people with disabilities. I mean, go watch Bad News Bears. You can't make that movie today, right? That consumer preferences wiped out. It's not like you can sneak your way in. So a nuclear winter is something that is happening in the industry that no one. So that's a little bit different from changes. Things are changing. When you say things are changing, then the buyer thinks, yeah, but not to us, and we have a hack and workaround. Winter's coming is No one can get out of this sweeping change. I don't care how smart you are. You have to leave the old way of doing things behind and adapt to a new way. All right. So you've got to figure out what is that nuclear winter that you can see entering the industry that is going to wipe your buyer out unless he adapts to the next way of doing things and gets ahead of this wipeout. And you cannot come to me with an industry and say there's no nuclear winter in our industry, especially today.